The Northern Territory's top end is host to a number of world-class mineral deposits. These include the Gove bauxite operations, the Groote Eylandt manganese deposits, and the MacArthur River zinc-lead mine. Here at the flat, sparsely populated land of the Gulf country, a new mineral resource is being developed by Western Desert Resources. Roper Bar has the potential to become a world-class deposit. This time, the prize is iron ore. In 2008, Western Desert began exploring a geological unit called the Sherwin Formation, an ironstone unit containing hematite which outcrops over an extensive area. Western Desert has secured 3,000 square kilometres of tenement covering over 100 square kilometres of this formation. Surface samples assayed have an iron content of up to 68%, and drilling away from the outcrop confirms that ironstone continues under shallow cover. At this stage, only 20% of the outcrop area has been drill tested. However, 4 deposits have already been outlined. At Area D, the resource is 90 million tonnes at 37% iron. At Area E East, a resource of 12 million tonnes at 44% iron has been identified. A maiden resource estimate for the 4th deposit at Area E South will be released to the market in late 2010. And at Area F East deposit is along a low ridge that is 3 kilometres long and contains DSO, direct shipping ore. It has a resource of 14 million tonnes at 49% iron, including a high-grade core of 7 million tonnes at 59%. Drilling at the deposits is mostly coarse on wide-spaced lines. Significant upside is expected from the current route of drilling. Planning is also underway for mine development. Mine development at Roper Bar will initially focus on the DSO at Area F East. Ore will be mined via open pit using conventional drill and blast methods. The ore will be loaded onto haul pack trucks using a loader or excavator. It will then be transported to a crushing and screening plant and conveyed to storage bins. Ore will then be loaded onto road trains and transported 50 kilometres to the loading facilities on the coast. A barge loading facility will be established for transshipment. Stockpiled ore will be contained undercover in large sheds to minimise dust. The ore will then be loaded onto a barge for transport to bulk iron ore carriers anchored in the Gulf of Carpentaria. The ore will be mined and exported at a start-up rate of at least 1.5 million tonnes per annum. Western Desert is confident that the current DSO resource of 7 million tonnes can be doubled with exploration and infill drilling, resulting in an initial mine life of 10 years. The next stage of operations at Roper Bar will include a plant to process the most extensive portion of the reserve, the beneficiating ore or BFO. Processing will start with a stockpile of 6 million tonnes of high-grade BFO, created during overburden removal around the DSO. After this operation is well established, the focus will move to the extensive deposits of BFO at Area E South and Area D. An initial mine life of 30 years is likely to translate into a 100-year mining operation. A study of environmental impact and heritage assessment is well underway. Results so far indicate that no ecological or heritage issues will impact on the development of the project. A very important part of the development process is recognition of the traditional owners of the land. Western Desert is working with the Northern Land Council, traditional owners from the Wundarung, Alawa, Mara and Nalakan peoples, and residents of the local community of Nooka. Western Desert Resources is an explorer with quality mining assets throughout Australia. Roper Bar in the Northern Territory will launch the company into iron ore production, starting with the DSO operation in 2012, followed by a 6 million tonne per annum BFO operation. An initial mine life of 30 years is likely to translate into a 100-year mining operation. Western Desert Resources. Exploring today, mining for generations.